Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo, coming to you live from the beautiful Grand Transodium here in downtown Winston, California. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous Sunday morning. We're so glad that you're all here. The ones who made it out here, the ones who are watching from home, we love you all. Here we go with a little God is the Answer. Please join me. God in me, and in everything I see God in you. And in everything you do, God is love. As sure as the stars above, love is mine. As sure as the sun will shine, feel it our hearts, know it our mind. We are the stars, see how we shine. We are the light that shows the world. God is the answer. God is the answer. God is the answer. God in me, and in everything I see God in you. And in everything you do, God is love. As sure as the stars above, love is mine. As sure as the sun will shine, feel in our hearts, know in our mind. We are the stars, see how we shine. We are the light that shows the world. God is the answer. God is the answer. God is the answer. One more time. God is the answer.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark. I'm the senior minister here. And I just want to tell you, welcome, welcome, welcome. And that's not a conditional welcome. Some buzzing going on. Okay, we got it. It's all under control.
It's the God hum.
What's that?
It's the God hum.
It's the God hum. It's the God hum. Yeah, that is not a conditional welcome. That's not a welcome if you're... Yeah, it's on. All right, working through our technical difficulties. Test, test. Mic check, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can still hear a little tiny bit. But yeah, we'll continue on. We'll continue on as we get control of that. Where was I? Oh, conditional welcome. I am not just welcoming you if you have the same political affiliation as me. I'm not just welcoming you if you're the same color as me, if you grew up in the same town as me. We welcome all people. No matter what your political affiliation, no matter how you feel about life, no matter how you feel about God, you are welcome here. So I just want to make that perfectly clear to everyone. And welcome to our online audience. Our stream is going out live across the universe, and we welcome, and we're so grateful for you to join us today. So, I just got back from CSL convention in South Carolina. It was awesome. It was.
Tired?
What's that?
Your arms tired?
Yeah, my arms are tired. Thank you. I forgot the punchline there. And it was wonderful. It was enlightening. I am energized, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit about what I learned there with you today. We've got a special guest that is going to come in and talk to us about Empower Yolo and tell us about all the wonderful things that they're doing. I cannot wait for that presentation. And, we got Billy Larkin, our musical director. Please welcome Billy.
Good morning, David. How are you doing?
Oh, good morning, Billy. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm walking this high off the ground.
There you go.
For some reason.
Memphis.
Yeah, so that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we've got a very special guest star today. Our guest artist today is the one and only Mr. Gary Weinberg. Yes, indeed. Always brings a little something different to our services, right? That's what, yeah. Talk about inclusive. That's like, yeah.
Definitely.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah. So we've got a wonderful service, and we have a saying around here, we've got the best service ever. The best service we have ever done is happening today. So you've come on a special Sunday. What is Science of Mind? Well, Science of Mind is it's a teaching based on the principles that run as a common thread throughout all religion. Love, love, love runs throughout all religion, and that is what we're based on. Love and our connection to love and spirit, and how we can use that combination, that unbreakable bond, to bring good into our lives. It is the realization that God is not out there somewhere, but within each and every one of us, alive, working, living, breathing inside of each one of us. So we have some core beliefs here, and that is how we exercise our connection with God. And we've got 4 core beliefs I want to share with you. Number 1, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is a call for love, a celebration of love, a response to love. Love is intertwined in every single thing we do in our lives. Whether you're in this center or out in the world, love has always been your motivating factor, our motivating factor. So we believe that. We also believe that all thought is creative and influential. Thoughts are things. And everything that you see around you has been first preceded by thought. It was alive in our minds before it came into material being. And that is the creative process itself. We grab ideas out of the creative mind and then we make them real. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy. Number 3, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete exactly as you are right now. Your present state is whole, perfect, and complete, and that's all you have ever been. And how do we explain that? Well, we come from a whole, perfect, and complete source that only makes whole, perfect, and complete things. And you are one of those things. So it's very easy to believe that about ourselves and to believe that about each other. Number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone. And it's a world that currently works for everyone. It operates on love and law and cause and effect. And we want to make that perfect framework, that perfect mechanism of the world. We want to study that to see how we can make it look like a world that works for everyone. A world that is currently working for everyone. A world that is just. A world that is operating on love as its paramount driver. so that we can spread love to each other. And once we are loving one another, that changes all of our decisions. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So now it's time for my favorite part of the day, our namaste time, where we take a moment to acknowledge, to see and acknowledge that perfect divine spirit that is within each one of us with our namaste greeting. And now I'd like to welcome our practitioner of the day, Dr. Deborah Taylor. She is going to give us our vision, our mission, and today's affirmation. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning, Brother David. We're all in our places. Did you guys remember that song?
Sing the next one.
Right hand.
With sunshiny faces. And this is the way to start a new day. All right. What I say? It means I'm here and present. I couldn't plan this. Anyway, good morning, CSL Yolo. It is that time to remember who we are and why we're here. We have a big mission and vision here at CSL Yolo, and I'd like to share it and have us affirm it together. Because where two or more are gathered and we speak that word, it becomes so powerful. So we are creating something really powerful, co-creating with Spirit, something very powerful here in this community. So our vision here at CSL Yolo is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. So let's say that together. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. And we just had an experience of that connectivity. And our mission here in support of our vision is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. So you know what? Let's just stand, because this says embody. That means there's some action that happens. Not just a mental action, but also a physical action. And let's say together, our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Thank you. Inherent greatness. Yeah, it's already there. It's already yours. You are it. Tag. And our affirmation for today. As we do this affirmation, I'm going to invite you to just allow the breath to deepen itself And as you become present in the here and now, present in your spiritual body, in your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, all your etheric bodies, I'm going to invite you to, as we do this affirmation, to allow your favorite animal, your favorite mountain or mineral or sand, your favorite water, your favorite people, your favorite whatever, air, space, to just well up within you and just feel it present right now as I read this affirmation. I am one with all creation. I treat all with loving kindness, and I am peace. So let's say it together. I am one with all creation. I treat all with loving kindness, and I am peace. And so it is. So I'd like to invite our board president to share some announcements. Peggy Granda.
Before you leave, the first announcement, I hear you sent an email last night. So, you have to do the first announcement.
Okay.
Do the first one. There's non-violence.
Okay.
There we go. I didn't get the memo.
Okay, I'm a late night person. Somewhere in the world this morning, but you know. So, as you know, most of you, and those who do not know, we are in the midst of the season for peace and nonviolence. And we have promised activities and events. And next Sunday, we're having an activity and event. We are going to have a session, a little mini workshop, if you will, or play shop, really, because it's all about play, with Jay's, oh my God, I forgot her last name, the granddaughter of Barry and Bobby Bolden. We're going to learn how to fold peace cranes. So it's going to be really, really fun. We'll do this during our fellowship time, right after service. And we're just going to have a great time folding peace cranes. How about that? And allowing and being in peace as we fold. And learning to forgive and accept ourselves in our clumsiness and whatever else that emerges during that time. But it's going to be fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Never send me anything late at night. Okay, next up is the gratitude group. And the next meeting is the second Wednesday of every month, so March 13th from 1 to 2:30 at the Davisville Apartments Community Room in Davis, 1221 Kennedy Place. And the mission of the gratitude group is to uplift our lives through an ever-increasing sense of gratitude for Spirit's presence. In this group, you will explore the very nature of gratitude and its many gifts through study, discussion, and fellowship. And next up is another walking meditation with Jason Dorado. And it is for Sunday, March 17th from 8:30 to 9:30. And you will meet behind the community center over there by the bridge, 201 Railroad Avenue. And join Jason for a morning of rejuvenation and inner peace right in the heart of beautiful downtown Winters. Experience the incredible power of walking meditation while meandering through the serene pewter path. And if you'd like to learn more about this delightful walking meditation, you can check out Jason's featured segment on Good Day Sacramento. And you'll find it on YouTube, and it aired on August 3rd, Thursday, August 3rd. I think there's a clip of it. There's a picture of it over there. And he's offering this walking meditation every third Sunday morning of the month. Next, Jason, once again, is inviting you to a scheduled forgiveness event, and it is to embark on a journey of healing and renewal as you explore the profound art of forgiveness through Ho'oponopono, a modern twist on the ancient practice. And this will be Thursday, March 21st at 11 a.m. And if You can connect with Jason at onepathcoaching.com for the Zoom link and more information. And that last up is Empower Yolo yoga class. And it's offering Empower Yolo sessions, a trauma-informed yoga series for survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence. And this will be a 5-session series, and every other Thursday at 5 p.m. beginning on February 29th. And it's 175 Walnut Street, Woodland. And we have a guest here today who will speak more about Empower Yolo.
Ariel.
Welcome, Ariel.
So my name is Ariel. I'm the community engagement specialist for, yes, thank you.
Yeah, you guys.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much.
He's a minister / techie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to use any of this. This looks simple, so thank you.
Just push the big button when you want it.
Okay, thank you. So I'm the community engagement specialist for Empower Yolo. And Tracy invited me here to speak with you all about our services, so thank you so much, Tracy. And so first is we have our peer counselor training coming back. So what this is we train our volunteers to become certified sexual assault and domestic violence counselors. And they can work on our crisis line in our legal department, anywhere actually throughout our agency. This is actually being pushed back because there's been pretty low interest this year, so I think this will be starting more around the end of April. But if you ever have any questions, you can reach out to me, and I'll put my contact information up here as well. Okay, so I'm just going to start by talking about Empower Yolo's mission statement. So our mission is to promote safe, healthy, and resilient communities. And then our purpose, I won't read this whole thing, but basically we provide 24/7 crisis intervention for survivors of sexual assault, human trafficking, and domestic violence. And we have resource centers located throughout Yolo County to help all Yolo County residents, not just survivors. And we also have community outreach and educational programs with the youth in our community, and we're partnered with our local schools to give presentations and education about healthy relationships, consent, all of that. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have resource centers all throughout Yolo County. So we have one in Davis, Woodland, West Sacramento, and Knights Landing. And those are all our centers there. And so at Empower Yolo, we believe in empowerment through advocacy. So really what that means is respecting the autonomy of our clients, believing and validating what they tell us, respecting confidentiality at all times, and promoting access to services, safety planning, and acknowledging the injustice that they've faced as survivors of crimes. Okay, and I want to just talk a little bit about our history. So in 1977, we were founded to aid survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. Our founder actually started this just in her apartment. She would let survivors come stay with her if they needed a safe space. So it started really small. And then in the 1980s and 90s, we expanded with our safe houses. And then we also got a child abuse prevention program and a Latina outreach program. And then in 2014, we changed our name to Empower Yolo to reflect our wide breadth of services. We also made that change to remove a barrier for survivors accessing our services. We heard feedback from our community that a lot of people didn't want to come into the building that said sexual assault and domestic violence. So we changed our name to something that feels a little less scary. And then in 2016, we merged with the Yolo Center for Families. We merged with the Yolo Center for Families, so now we're able to provide more programs and services. So we have a rapid rehousing program for the homeless people in our community. We have utility and rental assistance and a whole bunch of other services. Okay, so our services. So like I mentioned, we have 24/7 crisis support, and what this means is that we have a crisis hotline. So anyone can call our hotline and speak with a trained advocate or counselor, and they can get resources and information or just peer counseling, whatever it is that they may need at the moment. We also have a care team. So what this is we have trained advocates who can go out with survivors, like say they need a medical exam or they need to speak with police. We have advocates who can accompany them throughout that entire process. And then we also are partnered with the Yolo County MDIC, which is the Children's Investigative Team, basically. So we have our care team can go out with children and their families if they've been a victim of sexual assault or human trafficking. Okay, we also have legal advocacy for survivors. So we have restraining order clinics all throughout Yolo County. They're every day of the week in different locations. We have them in Woodland, West Sacramento, Davis, and at the Winters Police Department. And they can help, our legal advocates can help file restraining orders. They can help with, what else? Court document filing and court accompaniment. So actually going with survivors to these like really scary processes. And then we also have a family law clinic and attorney referral. Okay, so this is one of our big programs. We have emergency housing for survivors. That picture there is of our Wallace and Vinci Safe House, where we have 35 emergency beds for any survivors of human trafficking, sexual assault, stalking, or domestic violence. And so this is Sandra, she's our Safe House Associate Director, and she's holding what we call Rooms to Go. So this is something that a lot of our communities help us with, community members. They'll donate Rooms to Go, which is basically everything you need for, say, a kitchen in one basket. And this is really helpful to our survivors who are moving out of emergency housing and being able to transition to more permanent housing. So yeah, it's a really great program that we have. And we also have therapy services, so completely free and confidential therapy for survivors, individual and group counseling. Okay, and then we have client navigation on all our different resource centers. So this is one of our services that is not just for survivors, it's for any Yolo County resident. So anyone can walk into our resource center and get help with applying to CalFresh, Medi-Cal, we have food distribution, food vouchers, and then our most utilized service is actually our clothing closet, which is pictured there. So we have a free clothing closet for any community member. We have a lot of women and children's clothing. We also have men's clothing, and then some like home supplies as well. So we have a lot of people who come in here every day, and we're always taking donations. Okay, so if anyone has any questions or comments they would like to make, please let me know. And then I have my the contact information up there and our business and crisis line as well. Thank you so much.
Now, as we enter into the more contemplative portion of today's service, please join me in singing Holy Light of Love.
Good morning. I'll do the sacred reading this morning. If my arms are long enough. If we make ourselves receptive to the idea of love, we become lovable. To the degree that we embody love, we are love. This is why people who love are loved. It does not pay to hate. Hate is a human idea. Love is a divine verity. I don't know, you didn't give me that. Ernest Holmes. You didn't send that.
So I'm going to invite you to allow your breath to deepen itself in its own perfect rhyme and rhythm. And as you breathe in this invisible stuff we call air, that we've never seen, and yet we trust that it is a very essential and foundational element for our survival and thrival on the physical plane. I invite you to allow this to be a metaphor for that invisible side of life that we may call God or Spirit. We may call it Jehovah. We may call it Allah, Shango, Yemaya, Shiva, Wakantanka, Mother Earth, Father Sky, we may call it Gaia. By whatever name it is, that infinite presence, that love, that peace, that intelligence and power that's everywhere present, right here, right now. And so I invite you to allow that knowing and that feeling tone of all is well, that each one is a divine expression, a divine emanation of that love. It is present right here, right now. So I simply invite us to allow it to flow forth in this sacred service. And so I bless this service. I bless each one here. I bless each one in our electronic universe, I bless all of creation. For truly we are one. We are one in whatever universe. So I release this word knowing that we stand on sacred ground wherever we stand. And so it is.
I do so love running up the stairs.
We like watching it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be happy to do it again. In case you blinked and missed it the first time. So today, in honor of Black History Month, I'm wearing all black, except for my red hat, which is in honor of Valentine's Day, belatedly. And I'm also wearing a bolo tie in honor of my father, despite the fact that he never wore a bolo tie in his entire life. His birthday's coming up, though, so you know, we all need reasons to do things.
Or not.
Or not. How about completely nonsensical reasons to do things? Works for me. This is a Ricky Byers song. And I'm going to play, you probably know it, I'm going to play a part that doesn't typically get done. Most people just jam in and jump right into the chorus, and it's really mostly a chorus kind of song. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to do this. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm on here for God. No more trouble. No more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more trouble, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Sing it if you feel it. Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more trouble, no more strife. With my faith
Michael Weinberg, y'all.
Michael Weinberg.
You know what? His middle name is Michael.
He does it every time.
And that's why I call him, because we're close.
David, you can call me anything you want.
We're that close.
That's it.
So, here we are. Smack dab in the middle of election season. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it great to turn on the TV and find all these things that you don't like about people and things and about what they do and how they think, and it's just great to be pulled into this misery every day. It could be considered the season of discomfort, and we're talking about comfort today, or we're talking about discomfort being the least of our concerns. I just got back from CSL convention in South Carolina, and it was a great experience. It was wonderful, it was educational, it was uplifting, it was enlightening, it was all of that, and I'm returning to you energized and with all kinds of new ideas. And I met someone there that, you guys have made fast friends before. It was very interesting. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's like kind of spirit was kind of guiding this whole thing. So at the first thing that I went to was a ministers gathering, and all the ministers that were at the conference, we were all got into one conference room, and we had a little presentation, and we had this thing at the end called speed dating. Where we have a piece of paper and a pen, and we go to a minister, and then we ask 2 questions, and then we spend 2 minutes answering those questions to each other, and then we move on to the next one. The first person I met, oh my goodness, and I don't have her last name, Reverend Bonnie. She is from the Center for Spiritual Living down in Ventura, California. And we rushed in. It's like, okay, ask 2 questions. The 2 questions were, what is your biggest achievement? And what is your biggest strength? So the first thing that she said, what was your biggest achievement? She said that her biggest achievement was incorporating non-duality into her ministry. Well, non-duality, that's a buzzword for me because that's something that I've studied. I went to a non-duality conference and I listened to non-duality teachers and everything. And it's a belief at the end of the day that there's not 2, there's 1. There's not 2, there is 1. So that I found was intriguing. And so I wrote her name down and was like, okay, I'm gonna connect with her later on, because I want to talk about this because we geeked out about non-duality for a while. So then that was the end of that part, and we went on with the convention, and we went on with our workshops. And I actually didn't see her again until it was after one workshop. I had to run back to the hotel room for some reason, and then when I came out, I'm like hustling going to the next class. I had charted out what I wanted to go to, and just as I'm coming out, I'm bumping into Reverend Bonnie. Boom. And I was like, hey, do you know where the workshops are? I don't know where this particular workshop is. And she said, well, I'm actually running a workshop. And I said, really? I'm going to go to your workshop instead. The one that I was going to go to, forget that, I'm going to go to yours. And the one that she was running was about something called, I got my little clicker here. Bonnie Rose, thank you, honey. My lovely wife coaching me. So yes, Reverend Bonnie Rose. And she was doing a presentation on something called heartivism. Heartivism, what is that? Well, it's very interesting because it's kind of like activism with heart. Now, we are all at some point called to be activists. when we see something that we don't like, we see something that's wrong, we want to fix it. We want to change it. And an avenue for that change is activism. But activism calls on you to take a stand. To take a stand, to pick a side, and then to fight for that side. Yes? We know what activism is. It can be a little militant. It can be a little aggressive activism. And even though I'm a very passionate person, I feel passionate about what I feel is right, I'm not necessarily a confrontational type of a person. I think that there could be a middle way, and there really has to be a middle way, because especially in this climate that we're in now, where we've got half the nation feeling one way and we've got the other half of the nation feeling another way, we can't be at war with half the nation. We need each other. But because there's so many people that feel differently, invariably we're going to run into somebody that is on the opposing side of an issue that we love. Our families, our friends, our neighbors, people that we love to just sit down and spend time with. But oh, wait a minute. You feel this way? You feel that way about this? I don't know if I can still talk to you. That hat you're wearing is pretty red. I don't know if we can be even in the same room together, depending on what you believe. And when you become an activist, it's kind of like a warlike mentality. Yes, you have an opposition, you have an opposing side, and you're going at it. And pretty soon, we're not having discussions or discourse anymore. We're just talking about talking points. We're trying to get jabs in there. We're trying to win. Right? Because that's what war is. The ultimate objective of war is that there are winners and losers, yes?
Yes.
And when you win a war, then that means that the other side lost. But can we afford to have half of our nation lose? There's no winners in war, okay? No matter what you think. We can't bomb someone into peace. It'll never work. You can bomb someone into quiet. You can have things go underground for a while and quiet and whatever. But you cannot bomb your way into peace. War is not an avenue for peace. Peace is combined with love. They go together. War is not an avenue for love. So what do we do? What do we do when we see things that aren't right and people aren't doing what we think that they should do? When people are eating meat, when there's so much suffering, when it's connected to so much suffering that's out there? Why do we drive our cars when we know that we're destroying the climate? Climate change is real. Why do we have wage disparity? Why can't women be paid the same as men across the board? Yes, these are things we want to change. Even to the extent it's like, hey, look, this isn't me, but I'm speaking for a person that has this point of view. I'm a legal gun owner. I treat my guns legally with respect. I lock them up. I am responsible. I don't want to have to give my guns away. I don't want the government coming in and taking my stuff. To telling me what to do with my property. That's an aspect of all of this, yes? The answer is perhaps not taking one side or another. The answer could be not working through activism, but working through heartivism. And so what is heartivism anyway? Heartivism is the intersection of activism and heart, where inner transformation creates the causes and conditions for societal change. When I saw this at that little workshop, it immediately struck a chord in me. It touched me right to my heart because, man, this is what we need. This is what we need to find a middle way. We're never going to get to a point to where we claim total victory and everything is as we think it should be. We're never going to get to that point. And if that's our goal, then we're never going to be happy. We're never going to be satisfied, and we're never going to be at peace. And we're never going to start tackling the bigger issues that we need to tackle as a society. Because we're mired in this fight. There are factions out there that want us to be polarized. They want us to be angry. They want us to be at each other's throats because that is an easy way to control us. If I can blow a dog whistle and you respond, then they're always going to blow the dog whistle. And we're always going to react the same way. And we're always going to keep this going. Heartivism kind of takes away the dog whistle. It focuses on what's in here, on what's in our hearts, what's in our minds, how we're practicing our faith, how we're practicing these principles. In the coming weeks and months, I've already connected with Bonnie, and she's got a 5-week class on heartivism that I'm going to be offering to this community. There are exercises that we can do. There's things that we can do to bring more heart into our actions, into our conclusions, and into what we do. Here's a couple of ideas of heartivism. Number one, I am a servant, not a savior. I cannot tell you what to do. I cannot save the world. Heartivism is an inter-recalibration of activism, centered not on saving the world, but serving it. Saving the world is about me and reflects a set of judgments about what others should be or do. A stance may become a fixed part of ourselves, and judgments about others flow from the values we want to signal that best align with this posture. We close off to other people and ideas. In this scenario, we are self-righteous and most focused on changing everyone else. But serving is not about ego, but about boundless love. This loving kindness shakes us from the mirage of disconnection and allows us to meet each other beyond the binary in our true fullness. A servant's heart decouples our ego from activism and frees us from the need to be right or to make judgments. We can hear different views with curiosity and openness. Here we are self-reflective. The person we are focused on changing is ourselves. Is ourselves. And you may think, well, all this stuff needs to change out there. I can't just focus on me. I submit to you, perhaps controversially, that the problem resides within all of us. Not just the person wearing the red hat. Not just the person toting the gun. It resides within all of us. There's something that we can all do within. Another idea of heartivism is, I offer my silence and attention. I offer my silence and attention. Heartivists listen. And to truly listen, we need two things: silence and attention. Silence is not the absence of sound, but the presence of everything. Infinite possibility. And attention is a state of openness that assumes that there is something worth discovering. When was the last time that you had a conversation with someone that was diametrically opposed, that had views diametrically opposed to yours, and you answered with silence and attention? It's an amazing transformation when you're arguing with someone and then you stop and you listen. You could pick up so much from just listening to someone. Just letting someone air their grievances and answering them with love, with loving attention. And just listen to them. Another idea is that I am in love, not in attachment. Heartivists let go of self-centered attachment to what people should be or should do. Attachment clings tightly to beliefs and systems, seeks power, and drives us to compete with each other. We lean into attachment out of fear, and some of us never let it go. We might even mistake it for love, as it builds in us like it builds in us like a dam, preventing the river of actual love from flowing freely. When we see someone on TV that is doing something that we don't like or we disagree with diametrically, are we sending them love? Who gets our love? The people that think like we do. The people that we can identify with. The people that we can connect to. Those are the people we have no problem with the free flow of love from our hearts. But as soon as we see that red hat, no offense, Gary. As soon as we see that red hat, we start to close off. Yes? You're not getting my love. I don't know what you're going to do with it. That's an interesting concept, huh? Why withhold your love? Why withhold your love from anyone? It's just an idea in your mind. It's just an opening of a valve. And you let love free. But the only reason that you would refuse to love anyone is because they're not worthy of that love. You're afraid of what they'll do with that love. Love in and of itself cannot do anything wrong. There is nothing wrong with love. There never has been, there never will be. And we can always afford to give love. That's the great thing about love. The more you give, the more you have to give. The better you get at giving love, the more love you have to distribute out into the world. And it makes a difference. Do heartivists sometimes feel anger or weep for the suffering of others? Yes. Yes. But when our chief motivation is loving kindness, the very things that we care about most aren't also the things that wrought our empathy. The things that we care about the most are not the things that also wrought our empathy. We are not championing a cause and hating the people that are against that cause. That rots our empathy. We can be joyful, even playful, and infinitely more effective than the compassionate jerk framework. You know those compassionate jerks. They are very compassionate to those that they love and what they support, and they are absolute jerks to what they don't. I have seen the most loving, caring people, once behind the wheel, transform into an evil tyrant that is threatened by everything that moves against them. I've seen it. Been shocked by it.
Was it you?
It might have been me at one point, yes. Practitioner Deborah. Fueled by love and unchained by attachment, we grow and change as we serve a world that is made more compassionate, not just by the outcome of our efforts, but by the very fact of our existence. Our hearts can be soft and also wild, knowing that the beauty of love is that it continually renews within us, even as we give it away. We can love. Don't let anybody tell you that we cannot. That is a fallacy. So you're probably wondering, Reverend David, it's not like I can just turn on a switch and start loving. Okay? It takes time. I got to get to know someone. I got to know who they are. I got to know how they feel. I can't just go and turn it on and just start loving people. I contend to you that maybe you can. And I've got proof. This is a 2-minute video. Please indulge me. Can you click on that?
You have to.
I embedded a video. Yeah, this is my first attempt at embedding a video, and it worked on my laptop.
It can be very tricky.
It can be tricky. What? All right, well then, we're not going to have a video. We're just going to have a picture. This is a very compelling picture. And there's a story behind it. I believe it was Panama Beach, Florida. There was a family, 2 children that were out in the riptide. They couldn't make it back. They were starting to drown. Mom jumps in. She gets caught up in the riptide as well. Grandma jumps in. She gets tied up in the riptide. There's an entire family out there drowning. Someone sees this happening, and they have an idea. We need to form a human chain. Everybody link hands and get into the water. And so they did. They linked hands. 80 people linked hands and waded out into the ocean until they could get far enough to start bringing people back to shore. They saved the lives of that entire family because they worked together. Now, this is impossible. We can't work together. Certainly not at the drop of a hat. You know, there has to be a registration desk. You know, before we will allow you to be a part of this chain, how did you vote last year? How do you feel? Could you fill out this form? We need to know how you feel about this list of issues. So we have a waiting area right over there, no problem. Fill out this form, and then and bring it back. Our evaluation team will evaluate your answers and decide if you're worthy enough to join in this chain. Oh, that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? The need was urgent and apparent and obvious. And what did we do as people? We helped. We loved. Where did that love come from? I might have just been complaining about somebody. Right? I don't know who those people are that are out in the ocean, but I know that they need help. And I want to help. And all of these people, black people, white people, Democrats, Republicans, gun owners, they all went out into the ocean, linked together, worked together, and saved lives like that. So can we love? Yes. Can we love instantly? Yes. This is an act of love. That's all this is. People loving each other, regardless of anything. Hey, I don't know who you are. Let's grab hands. Come on, let's go. We're holding hands. We're going out there. We're going to do something. We've got to do something about this. That's the power of love. That is the power of heartivism. And that's what I want to bring to this community. Not necessarily a fight for what's right, but an expression of love from our hearts. So in the coming weeks, get ready for it, because your reverend is energized.
All right. Yay.
Okay? This is I'm so connected to this. As we were talking about it, I had tears welling up. I'm getting emotional now, because this is such a part of why I got into ministry in the first place. My mentor asked me, when I told him that I wanted to be a minister, his question to me was, can you love everyone? And the answer to that question, I've been searching for the answer to that question ever since he asked it 15 years ago. And my conclusion is yes. Yes, I can. Yes, we can. Because my discovery was that love is a choice. And we can all choose it in our lives. We can choose to give it. We can choose to receive it. And we can choose to heal the world with it. So let's take that into prayer. Let us go inside. Inside to that place of peace and quiet. Inside to that place of passion and potential. Inside, beyond all condition. And it is from here, from the very center of our being, that we declare that there is one Spirit, one guide, one source, one cause, one existence, one love. this one is all power. All power, all joy, all love, all light, everything that we consider to be a good principle is found with limitless abundance within the one. The potential to do anything, to heal anything, to uplift anything, to create anything. And the limitless potential of the one is expressed in each one of us. Each one of us a shard of the infinite. Each one of us a center of all possibility. Made of love. And I know as a creation of the one that I can never be separated from the one because I am included in the one. I am made of the one. And that power and beauty and peace and love and wisdom, these are all my birthright. I don't have to own them. I just have to know that they're mine. I don't have to earn them. I don't have to earn my connection to spirit. It is rock solid and unshakable. And I can apply my love where I see fit. There's no need to hate. There's no need for judgment. I just know that my connection to spirit is my connection to each and every person here. Each and every person walking this planet. And I know that I can unlock my love in an instant. And its transformative power ripples forth from the center of my being, outside of my body, to touch everything that is around. And these ripples of love are also transformative to everyone they touch. And together we make the world more loving, more peaceful, more open, less afraid. I'm so grateful to know this. I'm so grateful to be connected to spirit and enjoy a connection with everything that is within spirit. So I release these words. I release these words knowing that they're acted upon immediately by a loving universe. I release these words to see them manifest right in front of my eyes, to see the love that I know is present, to see God everywhere, to realize my own power to love. And to see the effects of that love spread out through the world. Oh yes, love is the answer. God is the answer.
every question. So, as we release these words, without a care, knowing that they're acted upon by the mind of the universe, let us all release these words with the words, and so it is.
Once again, Mr. Gary Weinberg.
I promise I will do that. No.
It says walk with me, not run with me.
I know that. I love that. It's funny because that screen that popped up real quick before, and I thought, oh, that's part of your presentation, David. I went, how could you can't plan that? And of course, we didn't. I want to say once again, my name is Gary Michael Weinberg, and I'm here taking the red hat back. So I love, thank you, David, for that talk. I love it when ministers talk about the things that are struggles. We hear a lot of positive affirmation, and that's great, but there's a lot of stuff that we all have. And David, I think, gracefully approached a troubling thing in the world. That's the way I'm looking at it, and I think everybody kind of is sad about the divisions that are going on. And this song doesn't address that directly, but I think indirectly it does also really deal and try to think about how we handle the tough things, the challenges. We have to have a new thought way of looking at things that are not so easy. And thank you for that talk, David. I think that I love you for that, and you always bring that home. Can I get just a little more guitar, Patrick? Thank you. Walk with me again, Lord. I can do more. I know you love to use me up, but I know you always restore me. I want to know the secrets that you hide. Why the good die young? Why evil men are billionaires? Or is that merely me believing only what I see? Walk with me again, Lord. I can do more. I know you love to use me up, but I know you'll always restore me. The world seems ugly, beautiful, profane. merely me, believing only what I see. Walk with me again, Lord. I can do more. Know you love to use me up, but I know you always restore me. I stand here in the shadows of my dreams. My expectations paralyze my every scheme. So I turn my heart to you and see the things these tired eyes could never view. Walk with me and I will walk with you. Walk with me and I will walk with you.
Thank you, Gary. That was beautiful. I do want to give credit to the website that I got my Heartivism information from. That is the Pollination Project. ThePollinationProject.com. So we're going to be really linking up with them and just doing more of that kind of stuff in the future. So I'm really excited about it. You may have noticed. So we are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing. We call it conscious, committed, structured giving, and there are many ways to give and expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering, we give of our talents through participation, and we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and to live their inherent greatness. Our tithing partner, as we have heard earlier, is Empower Yolo and all the important work that they do. So please know that as you give to us, we are also donating to Empower Yolo. And if you want to give something specifically to Empower Yolo, just make a little note on your envelope or on your in your donation, and we'll make sure that we send 100% of what you give to Empower Yolo. But they are a very worthy organization, yes, worthy and needed. So please keep that in mind as you give. Now, there are many ways to give. You can send your financial donations directly to cslyolo.org. That is our website. You can text to give. You can use good old-fashioned PayPal. And you can send us a check or a money order to CSL Yolo, P.O. Box 1361, Davis, California, 95617. So now that we know why we give and we know how to give, let us enter into that sacred consciousness of divine abundance. I ask you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that vibrational energy of circulation, and say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
We bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given according to the law of circulation, it returns to us, full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks, we let it be so, and so it is. Oh, I just wanted to follow up real quick. Last week we talked about how my stepdaughter Elise is getting ready to have surgery, major back surgery. That is happening this week. It's happening on Wednesday. Wednesday, yes?
Wednesday at 7 a.m.
Wednesday at 7 a.m. So we appreciate your prayers and your well wishes, and she's getting quite nervous, but still absolutely resolute in her healing, and just know that everything is in place for her, and everything's going to turn out perfectly. I have no doubt. So we want to, we have a message to the children, not only our own children, but the children that are headed towards this center as we speak, the children that are presently here, nestled deeply within our hearts. We want to say we love you.
We love you.
We are here for you.
We're here for you.
And we're so glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
We believe in the power of connection in this center. That means we believe that we are connected to spirit, and we are also connected to each other, and that these connections have power, and we exercise that power through prayer. So please, if you find yourself in need of prayer today, you want to see God working its way out in your issues, in your life, God's perfection surrounding you. That is what we are trained to do. That's what we're trained to see. That's what we're trained to talk about and to pray about and to revel in. So please let us know. Prayer practitioners here today, please raise your hand. Yes, Deborah's here. And if you find yourself in need, we got a very comfortable, cozy spot over there to which we can sit and talk about the wonderful, whole, perfect, and complete person that you are. So please let us know if you need prayer today, because we're always looking for somebody to love. You know, have you ever heard that Queen song? Yeah. Find me somebody to love. That's what we're doing as practitioners and as prayer ministers. We are looking for people to love, and we find love every place we look. I love Queen. I'm going to be invoking Queen lyrics throughout our day here. So we have fellowship after the service, where we've got food and friends and frolic and food down there. So please come down for fellowship. We're going to have a good old time. We got coffee and tea and whatever else you need down there. So please join us after the service downstairs in the fellowship hall, where we're just going to get together and be in community. So that happens after the closing song and benediction. So let us all circle up and have our closing song.
Well done.
Spread love to every soul you meet, and always know that there's more love within you because God loves you. And so it is.
So it is.